Hey y'all, it's Jared Javante, your friend, the Hollywood hero, and today we are back on time with another list. Yes, I will hold for applause, yes. Anywho, thank y'all for joining us today. Happy Pride to my girls, gays, thems, and theys, or as this one man on TikTok likes to say, the ligga bigga tigger. I don't know, it's a vibe, but we are here to talk about something very near and dear to my heart, and honestly very near and dear to the gay community as a whole. We are here to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race, and this list today is going to be about the top 10 queens that I want to see return on an All-Star season. We have All-Stars 9 airing right now, and I have thoughts, and we'll get to that. But today, we're going to talk about the girls who I want to see back on my television screen, and you need to make haste on it, okay? Listen, before we get into it, I do have a couple rules for this list. One, we're not seeing any three-time comebacks. I'm sorry, you had your second chance and it didn't work out. And some queens we want to see back on the screen a third time because they do get robbed, but hey, for this list, you will not be on here, okay? Secondly, I don't want to bring in too many newer season girls, especially from season 16 to 14, just because I feel like they're so fresh, but there will be a couple of them on here. Those are my only rules for this list, so without further ado, let's get into it. Number 10 on my All-Stars wish list is going to be Rock M. Sakura from season 12. She was the second out, I believe, and her elimination was so cringy. It was, and not because she cried, but during the lip sync, she kept on trying to rip off her ball look, and it just was not working. And RuPaul, you can tell he was trying so hard to hold his laughter in because it just was not working. You get very bad secondhand embarrassment watching that lip sync. And so I think Rock'em Sakura has so much to offer. I love the videos that she puts out now and the things that we're able to see from her. So I think with, you know, the money that she has now, the exposure that she has now, and the undoubted growth that she has taken upon herself, I think she'd be a great fit on All-Stars. It doesn't have to be All-Stars 10, but I'd like to see it, okay? My number 9 pick is gonna be Jaden Dior Fierce from season 7. I just love her. Every time I see her outside of the Drag Race sphere, specifically with this Minions look, I just go, she's taking it. I loved her storyline, especially being a, black drag queen, and her family definitely not even agreeing with the gay thing, so they definitely won't even try to understand drag. I feel like we as fans of Jaden Dior Fierce want to see an evolution of their narrative, and hopefully, her family life has gotten better. But also, we just want to see her very good drag. I never saw a look on there that just truly disappointed me, especially because it was season 7. We weren't too far into the thing where people were spending $250,000 on their runway packages. So for the time, she really gave something really, really great, I think. And great lip sync assassin, great presence. I think she'd do excellent on an All-Star. So World of Wonder, make the call. My 8th pick is a super underrated queen. I feel like she never got her flowers simply because her season was just full of powerhouses and cultural staples, quite honestly. But the one, the only, Jocelyn Fox. Wah wah. She just brought such a lively energy. Not to be an astrology head ass, but Jocelyn Fox gives me heavy Pisces energy. She's just here for a good time. She don't know what's going on. She'll step on the stage and be like, well, I did it. And it just, she was such a light. She was such a great presence and a great lip syncer. That stupid girl lip sync between, sorry y'all, but that stupid girl lip sync between her and Laganja Estranja, that was really a moment to behold. I think we can get more moments like that from Jocelyn. Oh my gosh. I think we can get more moments like that from Jocelyn being on an All-Stars, and I just think her vibe will be a welcome presence. So World of Wonder, make the call. My pick for number 7 is going to be the original lip sync assassin, the one, the only Akasha from season 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race. When I started season 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race and I got to the end of the first episode and saw Akasha lip sync for the first time, I was really impressed. And then we get the Michelle Williams episode where not only does she mud stomp Tammy Brown, but she makes Michelle Williams of Destiny's Child cry because the lip sync was that doggone good. I think we can get way more of those moments. Akasha also was one of the first villains, quote unquote, and so I would love to see her evolution as a person. I think she could bring some really good drama and just some really good sound bites. She was not afraid to give it to the girls, and hopefully they'll put her on another cast where the girls are not afraid to give it back, okay? For my number 6 pick, it's time to release the beast, Bimini! Yes, Bimini Bon Boulash is my number 6 pick from UK season 2. She was excellent on her season. Now, when UK season 2 first started, she had a really rough start, but when they took that little break for COVID and came back, Bimini Bon Boulash, I mean, she released the beast. She already told y'all what she was gonna do. I don't take anything away from Lawrence or any of the top 4 girls, but if anyone was to be an alternate for the UK season 2 crown, I would give it to Bimini Bon Boulash. But I enjoy her TikToks. I enjoy the content that she puts out nowadays, so I would love to just see her back on a competitive season of Drag Race. For my next pick, do not put away your passports. In fact, stay in the London Tunnel because we are going back to UK season 2 specifically, to bring back Taste. Now, Taste was really an interesting case, bars, but I feel like she really gave a great showing on her season, and they treated her like she was Meg Griffin.
Shut up, Meg.
Taste could walk down the runway in pure Valentino that she hand-stitched with gold and that God also cried one tear on. They'll be like, Taste, what are you wearing? So I would love to see Taste come back. Hopefully RuPaul and Michelle Visage do not take her out back and pew her in the leg just for trying to exist like they used to do on UK season 2. But Taste, we're ready for you, baby. Now we're going back to America, but I'm going to give my season 4 pick, which will be Widow Von Duke from season 12. Season 12 overall, I just think it had a stellar cast that kind of suffered from how good they were sometimes. It was a great season, but I would say the same thing with season 16. The girls were so strong that any one slip up could land you in the bottom and you would go home. And it would be a shock, but also it wouldn't be out of left field, if that makes sense. And Widow is one of those people who I think she started off very strongly. She won her first challenge, she won the first lip sync, and I think not only did she overexert herself at the beginning, but she kind of burnt out or fizzled out towards the end of the competition. In her last lip sync, you could clearly see she was just tired. And I'd be tired too if you know, I'm there for 6 weeks or however long the shooting process is, no phone, no money, no family, 16 in the middle of Miami. You know what I'm saying? But Widow, we want to see you come back, baby. Ladies, gentlemen, and gentlemen, we are now at top 3. And it's gonna be some real stiff competition, okay? But my number 3 pick is going to be Peppermint from season 9. Just, the flavor. I love Peppermint. Excellent queen, excellent lip syncer, stellar personality. I think she brought a lot to season 9 just by being herself, and she's the only one out of her top 4 that does not have a crown. So whatever season that y'all bring Peppermint back on, I'm sorry, I hate to say this, but just go ahead and rig the competition for her. Not that she's gonna need it too much, but let's go ahead and just complete that little 4-person set and make all of the girls from season 9 winners. It makes sense. She deserves it. Okay, she just deserves it. Peppermint, we love you. All right, y'all, my number 2 pick is a very special lady that I think a lot of us have been asking for years, and whether it be her own trauma or she probably just good where she at, but she's just not come back since season 10. But my number 2 pick is going to be the one, the only, Asia O'Hara from Dallas, Texas, baby. I absolutely loved Asia. And my first time watching season 10, well, I did kind of spoil it for myself simply because, you know, I love to go on Wikipedia and just go down a deep dive. Neurodivergent things, okay? I felt Asia, between her, Eureka, and Aquaria, that she was one of the people that it definitely could have gone to. And there was no question as to why it should or shouldn't have. Asia delivered a fantastic runway package. She had great storyline, and the fact that, you know, she kind of over gave to everyone. She was a maternal figure, and unfortunately, just because of some doggone butterflies, man, she did not win her season. And I think that really messed with her mentally, but also it kind of messed with the fans' perception of her. But Asia, I never went nowhere. I'm still here, and I would love to see you on All-Star season. So next time World of Wonder calls, please pick up the phone and tell them yes, yes, because you will win. There's a crown in your future, Asia. So please, we want to see you. Now, y'all, before we get to number 1, I'm going to give a couple of my honorable mentions. Now, these queens are going to be in the honorary category simply because they either break a rule or because of how their relationship with World of Wonder panned out. 9 times out of 10, they would never come back to RuPaul's Drag Race in any way, shape, form, or capacity. So, without further ado, let's get into it. My first honorable mention is going to be the Vixen from season 10. We all know now, I mean, I knew when I first watched it that Eureka was the villain. I'm sorry. And she just kept on antagonizing the Vixen. And you back anybody into a corner, it's only so long that they're gonna go before they just snap back at you. I didn't like how everybody treated the Vixen at the reunion, and it would sour anybody's experience with any production, any work, no matter how good a time they had. Just to be vilified constantly for sticking up for yourself. So yes, I want to see the Vixen back. My second honorable mention pick is going to be another UKer from UK season 4, and it's going to be Baby. So Baby left early on her season just for mental health reasons, and I encourage you to do that, baby, because none of these corporations, none of these shows give a damn about you after you sitting there broke down mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. So do what you need to do for you. But baby, we want to see you come back and show exactly what you have to give. Because if you looked on her Instagram after she left, the material is there. And it's in spades, okay? So, baby, please come. And lastly, my third honorable mention is actually going to be 2 queens from the same All-Star season. Now, I do think they deserve a third chance. That is why they are not on the main list, but I do think it deserves to be mentioned. Coco Montrese and Adore Delano. All-Stars 2, we all know that is, to this day, one of the best seasons of Drag Race on the whole. It was a stiff competition, and there was some shenanigans going on behind the scenes. And for that reason, Coco and Adore were the first people to leave the season, whether they did it themselves or the other girls did it for them. But I do think these 2 deserve a fair shake. I've heard rumors that both of them have been on short lists for seasons like All-Star 6 and All-Star 8 maybe, but things always fall through at the last minute. So please, third time's a charm. Y'all can come through and shut the girls down, because both of them, despite what people said about Adore, that is old time drag. And that's not a drag, but there's just a way that the girls used to do things as opposed to how they do it now. And it shows. Now, before we get to number 1, comment down below and see if y'all can guess what my number 1 is based on my other ones. But this next queen, she is the moment, okay? Young, fly, sexy, everything of the sort. And nobody lied to her several times over, okay? Number 1 is going to be Luxe Noir London from season 15. I know I said I didn't want any of the newer season girls on here, but Luxe is just the girl to break the rules for me. She is probably one of my favorite drag queens that I've seen step foot on not only Drag Race, but just on a stage. Something about her is so mesmerizing, and I love how self-assured she is and how riled up that gets people. I just, a confident bitch. Over. Lux, she has it all. She has the wardrobe, she has the charisma, the uniqueness, the nerve, the talent. 1,000 times over. So many challenges on her season that I'm like, you should have won, hands down. And I don't, take away Sasha Colby's victory because she won that outright. But Lux, to hold her own on a season with so many heavy hitters, specifically Sasha Colby, as a 22, 23-year-old drag queen, that's nothing to bark at. And I want everybody, but this is me doing it, to give Lux Noir London her flowers. You are that girl, so just know that. And you do know that. Thank y'all for tuning in to another Top 10 Tuesday. I really appreciate it. So for every video this month, we're going to be doing something a little homosexual in nature, simply because it is Pride Month. Please be sure to tune in next week into our next Top 10 Tuesday. It's going to be a really, really, really special one. And I'll have more Drag Race videos coming out. Now, this is not a Drag Race channel, but if y'all want to see those, I have completely zero problem doing it. I love Drag Race, so yeah, just like, comment, subscribe, tell me what y'all would like to see, follow the social medias, and all the things. Thank y'all so much. Love y'all. Bye.
Pissy Cuteness America!
Well, I didn't get it.